Uh, Good morning, everyone. My name is Kotchawan Trirattanavanich. Together with Dr. Thanyarat, Air Vice Marshal Natashai, and Dr. Atapun from Civil Aviation Training Center, we would like to present the academic research of the factors affecting to the safety perception of the commercial pilot. The reason that why we decide to work on this project because of the safety is the highest priority of the airline and also all of the relevant agency in aviation industry. In the chapter 3 of the Annex 19 contains some of the standard and recommendation practices related to the safety management responsibilities of the state. This includes the establishment and the maintenance of the SSP or the State Safety Program. So in 2018, the Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand or CAAT start to begin implement the state safety policies to determine the intention, direction, vision, and state safety mission in order to meet the standards requirement and also to implement the regulatory role, responsibilities, guidelines, and activities of the relevant organization under the Thai authorities. After Thailand has experienced the red flag from ICAO, the growth rate of the flight is still higher and higher. IATA or International Air Transport Association has predicted that in 2037, Thailand will be one in the top 10 countries in the world that have the highest air travel rate. But unfortunately, in 2020, the COVID-19 has severe effect to the aviation industry overall in the world. Thai airspace has been closed. The flight frequency has sharply declined. For normally 1 month we have 500,000 flights, but after the COVID effect to us, it's decreased to 100,000 flights in month. But the less of number of flight doesn't mean the accident will not occur because of from the statistic of ICAO, accident occurs 3.02 times per million flight or 115 times in 2019. As I mentioned about the ICAO statistic, we found that in 1950 to 2010, accidents were caused by a number of factors, which include the pilot error for more than 49%, as same as the BASI or the Bureau of Air Safety Investigation is showing that more than 70% of the accident caused by the factor related to the pilot error. So we motivate to determining which factors affect the safety perception of the pilot, to understand the guideline and to increase the safety perception of the pilot, and also to ensure that employees, passengers, and all relevant agencies can operate the flight at the highest level of safety. And we divide the objectives of our project into 2 objectives. First is to study the relationships between the personal factors and the safety perception of the commercial pilots, and to study the factors that affect to the safety perception of the commercial pilot. For the hypothesis, the first is the personal factors consist of the gender, age, education level, marital status, working position, aircraft fleet, and working experience is associated with the safety perception of the commercial pilots. And the second hypothesis is the 6 independent variables, which consists of the company safety policy, company operational norms, fatigues, communication, education and training, and the environment factors outside the organization that affects the safety perception of the commercial pilots. For the research methodologies, from the one commercial airline with 227 pilots, we calculate sample by using Taro Yamane table, setting the 95 confidence level of 95 confidence level and 5% tolerance level. The sample group resulted in 145 pilots. And after we review all of the document. Academic theory consists of the SMS framework, switch cheese model, domino theory, the shell model, the HFAC or the human factors analysis and classification system, and also the dirty dozen. We create and develop the questionnaire. Then we follow the counselor's three expertise advice. Then we resulted in the validity using the IOC or the index of item objective confluence. We confirm the liability using the compound alpha coefficients by conducting the survey of the 30 participants. The result demonstrated at 0.88, which consider the highly reliable of the questionnaire. After we finished the questionnaire, the data was collected between June to August 2020, consists of 4 parts. First is concerning about the personal information. The second part is the concerning about the 6 independent variable. And third part is the concerning about the level of the safety perception. And fourth is the open-end question, which may affect the safety perception of the commercial pilot and recommendation and other recommendation. For the data analysis, we're using the frequency, percentage, mean, standard deviation, and inferential statistic. Consists of t-test and one-way ANOVA. For the hypothesis analysis, we examined the relationship between the variable and using Pearson correlation coefficient analysis and multiple regression analysis by using the Enter method. After we gathering all of the data, we found that most of the pilot male gender age between 31 to 40 years old, graduate a bachelor degree, have a marriage status, working in the first officer position, and flying the aircraft type A. They have 4 to 10 years of experience. The result of hypothesis testing found that the comparison of the safety perception level of the commercial pilots based on gender, age, educational level, marital status, working position, the aircraft fleet, and working experience resulted in no difference in safety perception level at the statistically significant level of 0.05. The second is the factor affecting to the safety perception of the commercial pilots consists of the company safety policy and company operational norms at the statistically significant level of 0.05. As I mentioned, that the company safety policies affect to the safety perception of the commercial pilots. It means that if the pilots have more, if the pilot recognize more about the company safety policy and company operational norms, the safety perception will be raised. For the conclusion, the difference of respondents' personal information has no difference in the safety perception level. The effect on the this is correspond to the effects of the safety behavior in workplace of the operation worker of Polyform Group Company Limited by Kun Parinya. The study mentioned that the people with different demographic characteristics consist of the gender, age, educational level, work experience, receive safety training and accident in work, have no difference in the safety behavior of the employee at the operating level. And the company safety policy that affect the safety perception of the commercial pilot. It is correspond to the regulation of the CAAT that they prioritize the safety policy as required to all airlines to inform this to the employee to ensure that everyone in the company is totally understand about the safety policies, and also correspond to the implementation of the occupational safety and environment policy by Mitsubishi Company Limited. The study mentioned that the qualities of the policy objective positively relate to the implementation of the policy as well as the success of achieving the policy's implementation objectives. This can determine that the employee will undergo implementation and follow the organization safety policy. And also for the company operational norms that affect the safety perception of the commercial pilots. This is correspond to the theory of Reasoned Action Law TPA by Isaac Achen in 1985. This theory mentioned that the subjective norm is one of the factors that affect the human behavior. And this also corresponds to the perception of the organizational climate and organizational citizenship behavior of the Department of Human Resources and Compliance of the Thai Airways International Company Limited by Kun Rapipat and Kun Prasopchai. The study found that influential organization climate with a positive of the organization good membership behavior will help the organization achieve its goal and as well as maintain a good working environment. After we finish of the academic research, we have some recommendation for Arthur. The first is to study the safety perception of other types of the pilots, such as the military pilot, personal pilots, and helicopter pilots. Due to the different types of the pilot may have the different corporate culture and different practices. Second is to study the guideline to promote the safety policy, which should be taken as a model for the organization, for the other organization, because of the safety policies will affect to the safety perception of the pilot. And third is to study the guideline to establish the norms for the good norms and for the good flight practices. Next will be the Q&A sections. Anyone?
Hello.
Any questions?
Hello, Kotchawan.
Yes.
Kotchawan. Okay, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask Kotchawan. Kotchawan.
Yes.
Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm just. I think I have a co-host with. This is to I monitor you. Okay. I'm just congratulations that your presentation. But I would like to ask you that how many pilots did you do interviewing or do a questionnaire, or how many airlines are they?
It's a one airline.
One airline? What airlines? TG?
We cannot tell you because of the sensitive of the type.
Sensitive? Okay,
Yeah.
the deeper secret.
Because of I also asked to the advisor, you know. And
how many pilots did you interview?
Totally of the airline we have 227.
Oh, I just.
So many tables to file out.
Too many airlines in Thailand, that's right.
Yeah.
Airlines in Thailand, but not in the another.
In Thailand, in Thailand.
In Thailand only. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Because of you have to concern about the CAAT.
Yeah.
That's right. The CAAT.
That's why we mentioned about it.
Good regulation. Because I just mentioned about this too. Okay, very good. Okay, congratulations to Kotchawan. I hope to see you. I think so. Congratulations for your success too. Okay, thank you, Cap. Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Any question? So, Kun Kotchawan, one question. What is contribution of this research?
Actually, we would like to find out which factors can help to decrease the number of the accident. So we decide to find out the root cause that can help us to decrease the number of the occurrence, you know.
Okay.
And the safety is the main base of everything.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any question? Okay. Thank you, Kun Kotchawan. Congratulations. The next